Welcome, beautiful souls, to Introspective Lifeworks. Today's video is about Rh negative B blood type, alchemy, personality traits, and magical symbolism. In this fascinating exploration, I will delve into the captivating world of Rh negative B blood types, unraveling their unique personality traits and uncovering the mystical symbolism that surrounds them. Prepare to immerse yourself in the tapestry of personal experiences that shed light on the mysterious nature of B blood types, being that I am also a B blood type. Sit back and enjoy while I explore the personality traits of Rh negative B blood types. Independent B negative blood type individuals are often described as independent thinkers who value their freedom and autonomy. Personally, I can attest to this being very true, although before I really thought that the Sagittarius moon that my natal chart falls under was the contributor to this, but now after research, I'm putting it more towards my B negative blood. Creativity. Many B negative individuals have a creative streak. They may excel in artistic endeavors such as painting, music, writing, or design. They often have a unique and innovative perspective. Personally, I enjoy writing and I am very artistic. Goal-orientated individuals with B negative blood type are often driven by goals and ambitions. They have a determined and focused nature, allowing them to work energetically toward achieving their objectives. I can attest to this too. I am very goal-orientated and often doing many projects at one time. Adventurous. B negative individuals tend to have an adventurous spirit and a willingness to explore new experiences and ideas. They're open to taking risks and embracing change. And I fall in this category also, I believe. Look at my YouTube channel. Socially adaptable. People with B negative blood type are often adaptable in social settings. They can easily interact with various personality types and adjust to different social situations. And I find this very true for myself. I have no problem being in multicultural situations. I am every day at my job. Analytical. B negative individuals often possess strong analytical and logical thinking skills. They have a keen attention to detail and can approach problem solving in a systematic manner. Now, I also can attest to this, but I always put the emphasis on being a Virgo, but perhaps it is more my blood type. Assertive. Individuals with B negative blood type tend to be assertive and direct. In their communication, they express thoughts and opinions with confidence and are not afraid to stand up for themselves. In my own life, I have a job where communication is very important, and when I know something is right, I have no problem expressing it and standing up for myself. Empathy. Many B negative individuals exhibit a high degree of empathy and compassion towards others. They can understand and relate to different perspectives, making them supportive friends and listeners. I am an empath and I am very compassionate about helping those that need help. I am also a healer. So maybe this is because I'm B negative. Is this something that you can relate to? Persistence. People with B negative blood type are often persistent in pursuing their goals. They have the determination to overcome obstacles and persevere even in challenging situations. Another thing I can attest to, when I had cancer, My family asked me to drop out of graduate school. I said, nope, I got to keep going. It's what's keeping me going. Now let's go into what I consider the very exciting part of the video. Magical correspondence of B negative blood. In this segment, I will be sharing with you some of the things I come across that are magical about B negative blood. And I will also share with you a family member's experience that is related to, I guess, the magical psychic part of being B negative. In certain belief systems, blood types are sometimes associated with certain characteristics or traits. It is important to note that these associations are based on superstitions and not scientifically proven regarding the B negative blood type. Here are some examples of magical correspondences that are sometimes associated with it. Element. Some belief systems associate the B negative blood type with the element of fire. Fire is often associated with passion, energy, and transformation. While other belief systems associate B negative blood with the element of earth, symbolizing stability, practicality, and grounding. Personally, I can associate with both these elements as being a part of the B negative blood because it does incorporate all the personality traits we talked about earlier. Healing abilities. There is a belief that people with B negative blood possess strong healing abilities, both physical and emotional. They may have a natural inclination towards alternative healing modalities like energy work, herbalism, and holistical practices. And I can attest to this too. Psychic sensitivity. Some traditions believe that individuals with B negative blood have an increased sensitivity to psychic energies and intuition. They may have a heightened awareness of subtle vibrations and be more attuned to spiritual realms. Here is where I want to share an experience my sister told me about. She and I are both B negative, but she does not believe in the various magical modalities that I do. So when she told me of her experience, I was intrigued and listened. She said she was on a trip with her husband and 2 kids. They were in Mexico. They had been driving all day and had just arrived in Mexico. It was late at night and they decided to pull over at a truck stop. The kids had fallen asleep in the back seat. Her husband reclined the driver's seat back and went to sleep. She did the same. When all of a sudden she said she felt like something was wrong and the hair on the back of her neck stood up. She opened her eyes and she could see a guy with a flashlight signaling to another guy across the truck stop. They were parked in between semi-truck trailers. She immediately said, "Carlos, we gotta go." And her husband sat straight up, didn't recline the seat back up, and they sped out of there. And she said that the guy with the flashlight looked like he was very surprised that they left. And she said she felt like she was in a dangerous situation and they needed to get out of there immediately. And I agree with her. I believe that her spirit guides were letting her know to do something to save her family. Lunar influences. In certain magical beliefs, B negative blood is associated with lunar energy. Individuals with this blood type might find themselves particularly influenced by the cycles of the moon, finding it easier to tap into lunar magic or perform rituals during specific lunar phases. Moon phases, full moon. The full moon is associated with intuition and heightened mystical abilities, which could be connected to the B blood types. Spiritual protection. There can be a belief that individuals with B blood carry a natural aura of protection. This protection may extend to warding off negative energies or entities, making them less susceptible to psychic attacks. I would like to share with you an incident that happened in my life that involved spiritual protection. So I was reading tarot cards, and I was very ignorant in the process of doing so. I just wanted to learn how to do it. I didn't realize there was so much more involved, and that it was a very deep spiritual practice. And I had been reading for people. And one day I went into church. I went to church every Sunday. And I heard a voice tell me, burn the cards. When I got home, I didn't really pay any attention. And a few days later, my son and daughter and I were upstairs watching TV when we heard this very, very loud bang downstairs. I grabbed a bat, ran downstairs thinking somebody broke into our apartment. And the TV shut off when I got to the bottom landing. And I looked, the front door was locked. The windows were all sealed and locked. And the back door was a big patio door. I pulled back the blinds, and in between the door and the screen, there was like hundreds of these big green flies, and they were dead. So I immediately realized I had been given that message to burn the cards. So I ran and got the cards. I knew exactly what deck it was. And I took it out to my patio and stuck it in my little barbecue pit and poured some fuel on it to get the fire going. And it was really, really windy that day, so I wrapped a blanket around to keep the little embers from blowing away. And all of the cards burned instantly. There was only one card that would not burn, and it was the devil card. And I then went in the house and got some barbecue charcoal bricks and put it on there, and then inflamed it all, and then boom, he was gone. Well, I was kind of disturbed about this, so I called a very dear friend of mine that is a psychic medium. Her name is Layla. And I asked her, do you know what has been going on with me? And she said, I didn't tell her anything. I like to test her. She said, you did not do what you were told. And I said, you mean about burning the cards? She said, yes. She said, you were protected by the grace of God. There was a demon trying to enter your house, and you were protected. And now, today, learning everything I have learned, I now know to practice the protection and to be more spiritually in tune with things. But I do believe maybe this was not a coincidence. Maybe it is very true what this information is that I come across about B negatives being protected spiritually. So I just wanted to share that with you. And if any of you have ever had any experiences like this, feel free to contact me through my email, which is introspectivelifeworks@gmail.com, or leave a comment. I really do enjoy when we share. Sharing to me is learning. The color green is associated with growth, healing, and abundance, which might resonate with the traits of the B negative blood types. Herbs: sage, patchouli, mugwort, and lavender. These herbs are commonly used in rituals for protection, purification, and enhancing psychic abilities, and align with B negative blood groups. The Empress card from the tarot represents fertility, nurturing, and abundance, which may align with the personality traits of B negative blood types. Animal spirit. The bear is often associated with introspection, strength, and healing, which could resonate with the B negative blood types. Magical tools. Pendulum. B negative blood types might find pendulum divination particularly effective for gaining insights into their intuitive abilities. B blood type groups are also good at these types of magic. elemental magic, fire magic, astral projection, sigil magic, working with nature spirits, as well as water scrying. I can validate that, yes, as a B blood type, I am good with elemental magic, fire magic. I can't do astral projection yet, and I do work with the nature spirits, as if you've seen any of my other videos, know they showed up on my doorstep. I didn't know anything about them before they made their appearance in my life. B blood types are also known for being a bit nomadic. Some may say hippie, while others might describe it as gypsy. Personally, I am the type of person that moves around a lot. It's just not a big deal for me to be in the same place for my entire life. I do in my future hope to become even more nomadic, as I call it, and become a snowbird living in the Midwest during spring, summer, and fall, migrating to Florida for the winter. A lot of my family is Rh negative. The biggest thing I have noticed is we all have telepathy, meaning telepathically we know when the phone is going to ring, who it is about a minute before it happens. Now, my friends are all Rh negative, and I don't believe this is a random occurrence. There is a purpose, and I recently found out my neighbors are all Rh negatives, a whole family. And where I lived before, when I managed an apartment, to my north, to my west, and to my east, my neighbors were all Rh negatives. And I have mentioned this before on videos in my channel that I actually can feel when somebody is Rh negative, and then I kind of like get a okay from my spirit guides to ask the person, and usually every time I ask them, they will be able to verify to me that they are Rh negative, and it's amazing for this to be something that happens. For us B negatives, money is not a big stressor for us. We just have an attitude that everything will always work out for us, and we are the type of people that can take a vacation around the world just to have the experience. We don't need much to be happy, and we have our own unique sense of style. We are also super outgoing and fast-paced people, so other people really need to learn how to keep up with us. So in closing, I hope that you all enjoyed this video and that you learned things, or you related to things that I shared with you. I did research some of this video, but there was a lot of it I put in there that is from my own personal life experience. And feel free to comment below. I welcome that. I just wanted to give you a heads up that I will be creating videos for each blood type, both positive and negative. And thank you so much for watching. May the universe always have your back. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.